Hey everybody, today was amazing, amazing. Let me tell you about it, alright? So, Steven came by today, and he and I went into the side of my yard here, just about every Wednesday. I think it's always been on a Wednesday, except for that first week it was a Thursday. Whatever. It looks like on Wednesdays we're doing combat training, and it seems to be consistent that that's what we're doing. So, the first time we did combat training, basically 2 weeks ago, it was teaching me proper stance, form, and how to throw a jab. The second week we did combat training, he taught me how to throw a cross, and he taught me how to move around on my feet. Still haven't mastered that yet. Here's the cool thing today, and you're going to see this on the video coming, this Saturday on episode 3. The cool thing is that today during combat training, Steven went ahead and I wasn't quite paying attention, and he threw a punch at me. Now, remember, up to this point, Steven has taught me how to throw a jab, how to throw a cross, and how to move my feet. That's it. He has not taught me how to parry a punch. He did teach me before this today. He also taught me how to duck and shift my weight so that I could dodge something by moving my hips. He threw a punch, though, and I parried it with my hand. I wasn't even really paying attention. All I knew was that there was a punch coming at me, and without even looking, my hand snapped forward, grabbed him by the arm, and twisted it around so that he would extend his arm elsewhere. So his punch was coming this way, and I kind of made it go down to the ground. And I was like, what? And he said, he kept going. He saw me do that, and he kept going, and he kept throwing punches, and I wasn't paying attention. At this point, obviously, I was paying attention, but I also wasn't thinking about what I was doing. I was just doing it. It was just like a natural response. And when we got done with this, we did this for about 2 or 3 minutes before finally we stopped, and Steven was telling me, that's it. That's what I was talking about. Because earlier today, he was telling me about how you're not supposed to focus on your opponent. He was saying something like, focus on the mountain or something. I think it was a reference to something I didn't quite get. And he said, focus on the mountain behind your opponent or something like that. When you're focusing on nothing, you'll be aware of everything. And I was like, that sounds dumb. That's ridiculous. Well, it wasn't, because I wasn't focused on trying to figure out a solution for each individual punch he threw. I just did whatever it was I had to do. I, twisted his arm around. I dodged to the side by shifting my weight on my legs. At one point, I grabbed him by the arm when he threw his punch, and then with my other hand, punched him in the stomach. Now, I told him afterwards, I said, I was doing all of that, and I think I know exactly why I was doing really well at it. He said, why? I said, because I wasn't sure if you would actually hit me if I didn't do anything. Because, after I did this a couple of times, I was suddenly starting to think, is he pulling his punches? I mean, obviously I don't think he'd hit me full force, but because he knows the distance that he can reach with his arm, so he had told me before, he knows how to throw a punch and have it just barely miss me, or barely be out of reach. But I wasn't sure if he was doing that this time. I thought, if there's a chance that he'll actually connect with my face or my stomach or something like that, I better not take that chance. So that's why I kept going for it. And we did that for 2 or 3 minutes, and man, it was incredible. It was exhilarating. I did not think I'd be doing something like this for a very, very long time. And I was doing moves that he hadn't even taught me yet. Some of the moves that I did, afterwards I was like, I kind of feel like I've seen this on a movie somewhere. And I didn't even think that was something you could possibly do. And I was explaining to him what it was I had seen before. And he's like, oh, no, that's completely possible. And you did it. Not because I had been taught the skill, but because when you're relying purely on instinct and just doing what comes to you, sometimes that can work. Now, Would it work in an actual fight for someone who's not been educated? No, probably not. But, he was just training me. And for my first exhilarating moment of combat, that was exciting. It was very exciting. I can't wait for you to see it on Saturday. That said, guys, I've got to go. And I can't wait for you to see what comes up on Saturday. We got some really cool stuff for you. And we are going to be kicking things up a notch in the entertainment department in addition to the education, all right? And we'll also have a special surprise for you. So we'll see you on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. See you guys then. Bye.